It is Sam's Sermons of Ryan Cameron Uncensored, Magic 1075, 97.5, The Real Sound of Atlanta. I've got the privilege to speak to one of the hottest rising artist, singer, rapper, producer, management teams. I couldn't miss the opportunity. I couldn't miss the moment to have Sean Kiez in the building. How are we doing today, bro?
My brother, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm wonderful.
Man,
It
thank you.
is, an opportunity to really sit down and have people meet you for the first time. And the
Yeah.
thing is, you're not new to the industry whatsoever. So the EP is called The Journey.
That's it.
It is available right now to stream. Make sure you definitely check that out.
Everywhere.
I want to start with the background work first before we start as the artist. So
okay, that's cool.
To really manage Casey and JoJo, making sure they deals are straight and things like that. How did
it was JoJo actually?
Just JoJo. Okay.
Yeah.
Got JoJo making sure he was on point.
Yeah.
How did that even come about? Because that's one of the names we grew up on. That's a very familiar name. Like, how do you get to that point?
Well, it was funny. It was BET weekend, and I actually ran into his wife at the Beverly Center.
Mm-hmm.
So we was shopping. Well, I forgot what store I was in, but she popped up, and we were just regularly conversing like two shoppers. And then she told me who her husband was. I said, "Man, I've been trying to book dude for shows for months. Like I was trying to actually book the whole group of Jodeci, but at that time they were all disbanded."
Mm-hmm.
So once she told me the situation a little bit, then I took a meeting with him, and then figured out a way that we can restructure his scenario and got him back on his feet. And then we released a record with him and Snoop.
Mm-hmm.
That was his first single, actually, that he ever did by himself. So that's how that whole thing transpired from that, just being at the mall during BET week. And then I invited him to an event that we had at Bally's that night, and they came through. It was for Slick Rick. It was his birthday party.
Okay.
So they came to that. We hung out, and, from there it was up.
So you've really just been connecting the dots for a lot of artists, and that's just like the first name. That's just like how you really got, I guess, that stamp of approval in the industry. What are some of the other artists you like help? Like, hey, let me connect this dot for you. Let me make sure this is right for you.
Oh man, we could go back to like the first like real rapper, Curtis Blow. I helped him do some stuff. Like, actually, we were in talks, because I got a company called The Formula.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we do: management, brand deals, PR, stuff like that. So with Curtis Blow, we actually helped him get like a TV show for Grown Up Hip Hop. We was trying to get him on Grown Up Hip Hop, but we ended up actually getting JoJo, his wife, and his daughter Sequoia on Grown Up Hip Hop. And then, as you know, the mentor of Sequoia, Lazy Bone, we got him on that show too. Which KC's son is on that show as well sometimes.
So I mean, from really making sure the roadmap to some of these people, like back to the forefront, you've been the one behind the scenes, like really, giving them the formula to make sure, just like the brand is saying, the formula. We making sure you getting right back where you belong, rightfully so.
That's it.
So now going from, I've been making sure this person is straight. I've been making sure this person's straight. What makes you like, it's about time I need to get on the microphone and then drop my project.
Yeah. Right before the pandemic happened, like we got Soulja Boy on a tour for the Millennium Tour. Mm-hmm. We actually negotiated that deal, worked it out, got him on the tour. Got played out of that deal, but that's when I was like, you know what? Time out for all that. It's time to really push my own brand, because nobody would be loyal to you as you would be to yourself. And I know what it takes to be on somebody's team and how hard that is to pull deals off, and how it hurt when you get played out of something. So loyalty to me is the key thing. So now it was not about the money I could make or potentially not make with those artists. So now I was like, you know what? I need to figure out how to pull mine together. I got the resources, got the contacts, got the know-how and the talent. Let's pull it off.
All right, so with your EP, The Journey, which again, streaming right now, make sure you download it, because it's an incredible piece of work. You let me listen to it, and I think it's incredible. Like, between the different levels of artistry you're giving, because it's not just one lane, which I appreciate, especially in today's you don't want to just limit yourself and pigeonhole yourself into one lane. So give me the background of why you named it The Journey, and also like the process in making The Journey.
Okay, so that's a good question, because the reason why it's called The Journey, those records that you heard stand over a period of time. And I'm giving you real scenarios about real stuff that I was experiencing and going through in my journey. So it was a time where, I was doing more of the artist stuff, and then I switched to the management because, the game choose you. You don't choose the game chooses you. Don't forget that. So once I realized that, okay, I can't really do me right now, I had to push it to the side. So all those songs that I had dear to me that I wanted people to hear that they never got a chance to hear, I put those on that album, and we still got way more records. But now moving forward on the Journey Volume 2, I'm gonna just mix up some of the old with the newer stuff.
Okay.
And then just to blend it. And I wanted people to really hear my backdrop and then hear where I came from artistry wise, so they can understand who Sean Kiez is now, to give them my story musically.
And of course, right now the Milwaukee sound is definitely trending on TikTok.
Yeah,
People are talking about it on social media.
Yeah.
Now we had a conversation a few days ago, and we were saying like, "Oh, you from Milwaukee?"
Yeah.
But you were like, people like are trying to make it a tourist attraction.
No, it's
like,
not. Please.
Let's kind of give a disclaimer, like what people have lived through and things like that. It's dangerous. You can't play with someone else's city.
No, you can't. Milwaukee is one of them places where you want to be in and out. Even if you from there, you got friends and people who never made it out of that circle. It's a systemic line of poverty. It's underlying racism still there, and it's so prevalent to where I could go on some of these topics. It's a beautiful place with a lot of broken dreams. So if you really want to grab your life and do something serious, you can go and give back, but that's not a place you want to just go and hang out, to be honest with you. Like even I didn't see relatives knock each other off. You know what I'm saying? Just on arguing over $50. You know, nigga holding. I mean, a person you get stabbed out or get shot or whatever. You go up there on vacation and leave on probation most of the times because they got the #1 incarceration rate in the whole country. Like Wisconsin is a high incarceration rate. So growing up for me, it was like you saw the cycle. So I knew early on, I'm like, I got to make it up out of this. So right after high school, I dipped, but I was going back and forth to LA, you know, just a kid doing music and stuff like that. So that's what saved my life, to be real with you. And then I'm like second generation. My dad, he played instruments, but when it came to the music business, I'm first generation on understanding how the thing really moves and works. So I really had to go out there and experience stuff on my own. But Milwaukee is a treacherous place, man. But you got some real good, genuine people there. It's just it's a spirit over that city to where it's like so dark. So I don't really kick it like that out there. I love being around family, but I love my peace too.
I understand that, and definitely transitioning from just understanding where you're from, but where you're going as well.
Where you're going,
because you can't be handcuffed to the past. And I understand like the up and down, the even flow. Just trying to make sure I want to stay down. People, to, you know, it's like Mike Epps talked about. It's like I'm coming back and y'all mad at me for my success.
Yeah,
like,
I had that too. The survivor's remorse. Mm-hmm. You know, you feel like, dang, cuz ain't doing too good, or bro, or whoever, and you want to do more for them, but they got to want to do more in their own mind. And then they look into you, and I'm like, my energy is already allotted for what I'm doing right here. I can't be depleted, because sometimes you go back to your own city, man, and they'll rob you of your energy, not just your bread. You know, because everybody goes, hey, cuz, you got a few dollars, man, let's go drink.
Right.
You know, let's go do this. And then you leave up out of that mug, you like,
pockets light.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? What happened?
Right. And you want to show that love and show them another way. And you got to realize everybody can't come on your journey with you. They are part of the journey, but they're not going towards a destination or where you're heading. So don't feel survivor's remorse for y'all out there. If you got a job, you're in college, you know, you're doing your thing, it's good to, you know, stay your ear to what's happening, but you still got to move forward, because you don't want to derail yourself, because it's all on you. It's you got to really be accountable for you. And it's not about being selfish, but you'll find your crowd. You'll find the ones that's supposed to be rolling with you. They are all surface, but they got to be willing to surface. Still drop them gems, give them some game, give them some inspiration, but you got to protect your energy so you can keep moving forward in the direction that you're going in your destination.
All right, and we got to talk about, you know, you just dropped a new music video this past week. So let's talk about that. Tell me how they can, well, of course, Sean Kiez Vivo. That's where it's at. Make sure you subscribe.
And on YouTube.
So make sure you watch it. But Apple also, all the streaming platforms, Spotify, right? You got, everything. All major DSPs. So,
everywhere.
Sean Kiez.
Support your brother.
Come on now.
You're good, brother.
Let's get it right. But tell them, like, how you even shot the video. Like, what was the inspiration behind that one?
Okay, On Your Bull?
Yeah,
we did? Okay. So On Your Bull was shot by Airborne Entertainment, and it was directed by actually Ari. She just started in the music business, was a college intern, and she had an idea. She was like, well, everybody doing these prop phones and all this stuff, why don't you do it with a cell phone? And then like you expressing yourself, it's about a toxic relationship. So like a millennial, everybody. I mean, now toxic relationships is like the new thing. I don't understand it, but
it's a love language for some folks.
Yeah, it is. But I didn't have my fair share of toxic relationships, and it was actually a real story of a toxic relationship that I was in. So the visuals was done. We just shot it at a warehouse, did the little drop prop. It was very simple setup and very crisp, very nice. The sister who did it, Honeycut, she was the model in there.
Okay.
Wonderful soul, wonderful, beautiful chocolate sister. And I wanted to show that as rappers, we get the big booty. I wanted to show a real woman in that video, because everybody ain't got botched or
everybody ain't
BBL'd out from the top to the bottom. You get what I'm saying? So I wanted to show a real woman of real beauty, a real chocolate sister at that. And just keep it going. Just, to encourage other women and other people, no body shaming, no none of that, just, do their thing. Yeah.
And I definitely, before we wrap the interview, I want to make sure that you talk about your South by Southwest experience and how you like actually showed that online. Yeah. And you're on the street canvassing yourself like, hey, I'm Sean Kiez, check out my stuff, and you giving out the leaflets and stuff like that. Like, explain how important that is for an independent artist right now.
Well, that's one of the most important things an independent artist could do, is be there to be face to face with a potential fan or potential consumer. If you want to say, it's a business at the end of the day.
Yeah, it is.
So if you want to sell something, people got to like you as a person, and it genuinely has to flow from you. Like Sean Kiez is really me. Like that's when I'm performing, of course, that's like amplify yourself, but you have to be able to sell you. People want to know who you are. They want to know, oh, he smells so good when I met him. He helped me do this. I saw him at the gas station and he helped me pump my gas. You know what I'm saying? So I was raised in a family where morally you're in check first. You get what I'm saying? So I like to carry the spirit of God with me wherever I go. So I'm not really worried about too much. But even though you still always got to be on point, game type. But when you're interacting with people, man, they want to know who you are. And if you canvassing for you, that it don't get no better than that. It's good to have a whole team that's doing the stuff, but it still separates you. But you're not gonna always be able to do that.
Right.
But in every instance that you can be available to people, be available.
Touch the people.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really to make a genuine connection like that versus oh well, I seen him on stage and couldn't get to him, couldn't say I love the music, something like that. Like to really put the music into people's hands, and even though it's not tangible, like how we normally like passing out a mixtape, but it's still like, hey, check out this on my social. This is all my, where the music is. The Journey's on the way. Journey Part 2 is on the way. It's important, and I think that's a missing part of like.
Artist development.
Artist development isn't necessarily there anymore. So I'm glad that you have that. Now the wherewithal to be like, hey, we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna make sure my fans, whether you know me or not, you saw me and got to feel me in real person.
And real person. Even if they don't like the music, tell somebody you don't like my music and let them hear it, because we need the streams.
Hello, talk about it.
So let them know. If you don't even like me, that's fine too. I don't care. I know I ain't no little youngster out here doing it, but I ain't old either. I'm just at the right age. I'm seasoned. I got enough game in me to go for the rest. I take the stairs because we planning on staying for a while.
Hello. It ain't about an elevator. We taking stairs.
That's it.
Because I'm sorry, elevators break down.
They
do. They drop.
So. Yeah, and I'm scared of elevators, just so you know.
So we're going to wrap this interview up, but let them know how they can follow you, how they can find the music, the whole nine. Give them the whole spiel.
All right, so on IG, you can hit my link tree on there. It's at SEANKIEZ, Sean Kiez, SEANKIEZ. From there, you'll be able to find everything. You can Google me, however you find your music. I'm on all streaming platforms. Sean Kiez, SEANKIEZ. Y'all keep it easy. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other.
Sam Sergeant Ryan Cameron Uncensored, Magic 107.5, 97.5, The Real Sound of Atlanta. You're doing big things. Don't worry, he'll be back here soon.